So, everyone knows the story surrounding James Bond and Daniel Craig. Everyone liked him in Casino Royale because his character was a deviation from the typical James Bond formula. He didn't have the same level of charm as Sean Connery and Pierce Brosnan, but he worked very well because this was a different James Bond. But it didn't stray too far away from being like James Bond, which is exactly what Quantum of Solace did, proving that lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place. It almost felt like you were watching Jason Bourne without Jason Bourne being present. And we all know how that turned out, and I'm not going to review that anytime soon. Okay. So, I give the film 3.5 stars out of 4. Hands down one of my favorite movies of the year, and one of my favorite James Bond movies. One of the ones that I've seen. Which isn't a lot, but I've seen bits and pieces of many of the others, so yeah, Skyfall definitely trumps most of them. Though I'm still torn between either Casino Royale or Skyfall. Still kind of jutting back and forth between which one I like more. Well, we'll see. Right now, here's what I liked about Skyfall. Its opening sequence is my third favorite of the franchise. Sorry, GoldenEye beats it, followed by Casino Royale. But I really did enjoy Skyfall. It had very good lyrics, good singing from Adele, and the images weren't random for once. They actually had a purpose for the most part in the film. Added some very clever foreshadowing, and spoilers will be present in this review. If you have not seen Skyfall yet, turn off your computer now. Are we good? Okay, we're good. Like I said, there were shots of such as the Skyfall mansion, James's home where James grew up. Yes, see, spoiler right there. Then also there were shots of random knife shots, which actually came into play later in the movie, and they kept showing us scenes of tombstones, and one of them saying Bond had Bond written on them. I wonder what that could mean. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and there were also parts where James was shown to be shooting at his own shadow 4 times, and his own reflection, kind of saying that James is his own worst enemy, which in the Daniel Craig verse, he actually is. Man, is this guy a wreck in this film. He is, and he has a right to be, concerning the events of Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. Yeah, if you're going to see Quantum of Solace for anything, just see it so you can understand why James is so screwed up in Skyfall. He's been through a lot. He lost the woman he loved. He also went through a very convoluted revenge scheme in Quantum of Solace. And now he got shot and left for dead by MI6. Okay, they didn't leave him for dead. They just naturally assumed he died because Eve shot him with a sniper's rifle, and he fell from a great height, and they never recovered his body. So, in this case, M had a right to assume he was dead, as opposed to all those other times where she's left spies for dead, but, oh. It's Judi Dench, okay? She gets a pass. Speaking of Judi Dench as M, she was also very good as the leader of MI6, but I will get to her later. Now, going back to James, he's more or less had it more with being a spy. He decided, okay, if they think I'm dead, I'll let them think that I'm dead. I'm gonna get away from it all. He spent some time miles away from MI6, just enjoying the quiet life, getting girls and drinking, while having to deal with a scorpion on his palm, which was actually pretty random never mind, getting back to the story. He only decides to come back after a terrorist attack has been planned on MI6, in which M's office gets blown up. The entire place goes up in smoke with only a single small figurine of a dog surviving, which actually comes back a lot in this movie for some reason. It's a nice running gag. There's a pretty funny exchange, actually, between James and M surrounding him not saying, hey, I lived. But then again, like I said, he wanted to just get away from the spy life, only decided to come back when they needed him. Now, as for the other characters in the movie, some of them work, some of them don't, and I will get back to that in a sec. See you guys in a few minutes.